Welcome, everyone, to the Heart of the Artist. I am your co-host, Whisper Poet. There's my gorgeous co-host over there, Catalyst. We have a special treat for you today. We are talking with Myras Monarch, and I met her on Instagram and was just instantly smitten with her. She has got goddess fire flowing through her veins. She is so much fun. She is real. She is straight up. No bones, no BS. She's a fabulous, fabulous chick. And I'm so glad to be talking with you today, Myra. How are you? And thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm good. Dealing with, we talked about this morning, so we pushing through the day. Other than that, I'm good. Um, just how we talk, how we usually talk on our morning walks, just living life, learning life, and just learning them boundaries.
Yes, yes.
Go
Somebody
on.
asked me earlier today, they were like, "Where's Myra? Where's Myra at? Where does she stay?" And I said, "She's in Tennessee, Nashville,
Mhm.
Nashville,
Nashville,
Tennessee,
Tennessee. Yes,
Nashville
ma'am.
hot, Nashville
I've
hot."
been here. It made 2 years. It's been 2 years on the 19th this month. It made 2 years. And I like it. But now I'm going home to visit this weekend. So now I'm looking for humid clothes. Nashville clothes and Texas clothes do not go together. So I need to
And
make
that's
sure.
exactly where I was going. I knew it was Texas, but I couldn't remember you saying like what part of Texas are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Louisiana, actually.
Okay.
Um, I moved to Texas after I graduated high school in 2007. The town that I'm originally from is St. Martinville, Louisiana. Basically, it's cursed. So get out. Yeah, get out. Basically, it's cursed.
So you got
Um,
okay. Now come on, you can't drop something like that and then walk away from it. You got to
it
come
is.
through on that.
It is like it's the story. I don't know if everyone knows the story of Evangeline. Basically, that's the cutesy story. It's a lot of men that were killed wrongfully, and they still don't have any justice till this day. So I already know, like, God is like, one day you gotta go and you gotta make sure they get their dispatch. I'm like, yes, Lord, I heard you. But yes, the town is cursed. A man was accused of killing two women, and they hung him from the Opera House downtown, right across from the church. If it makes how you get hung right across the street from the church, and the church that church that he got hung across from actually is now like a top tourist attraction. So yeah, I and they don't even know what they're looking at. That's the killing part. Yeah, they don't even know like that history. That history, whoever worked on trying to hide that part of our history, they literally almost did a good job because I kept hearing the adults always saying that that man did put a curse on the town, and I could always see that every time they built like a new store or something, it wouldn't last. Like I would have to look up whatever curse he put, like because he said something like basically like the grass will not grow until I will it's just the way it was pronunciated, and I was like, it's true. The only places that's kept up is the plantation. Um, my grandparents actually worked and retired from the plantation. My grandparents, I'm 34 years old, and I can't believe I'm saying this. So, with that being said, this is why I am the poet that I am today because I know where I came from, and I know that, like even thinking about those days when I played in the sugarcane field and just wonder like how much blood was shed in them sugarcane fields. You know what I'm saying? And here we are gnawing on sugarcane and we don't even know we know. Yeah. Yeah, that spiritual stuff is real. So I'm from St. Martinville, moved to Beaumont, and then actually divorce brought me to Nashville.
Wow. So you have kind of had an interesting little journey around the South, different parts of the South.
I
And
yeah, I took a lot of wrong turns.
yeah. I know exactly where Beaumont, Texas is, and when we finish the
Yeah.
interview, I'll have to share with you um my poem about my journey down the I-10 from Lake Charles to Houston. Um, but yeah, so you started out eating gumbo and doing the fado dough a little bit? No?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
yeah, they baby, let me tell you something. I miss my grandparents because they held the family together. The Fadodos would be probably at my grandmother's house on my dad's side. And then on my mom's side, it would actually be at my great grandmother's house. And that's actually the first house that was brought, purchased by a family member that left the plantation. So that's like a historical spot for my family. So just to have that, um, yeah, I remember, and I don't want to blame them, but girl, they used to give us a little cap of beer or you know, a little cap of beer, little cap of wine cooler. Yeah, I know about the Fado dough. It just it grew into something different because our family still would do that when the matriarchs were still alive, but now that they're gone,
Yeah.
I kind of want to like kick it back up, you know, in a responsible way because
Yeah.
some people out here being P Diddler and we don't want that. So
Now,
uh
now I'm fascinated by Louisiana culture, and I know there's like Cajun, there's Creole, there are different cultures that kind of blend it all together in that area.
Mhm.
What is the difference between Cajun and Creole?
With Cajun, honestly, they both go hand in hand. Um, the only thing that's different is the speech. There's a lot of broken down French
Okay.
if you go further down in the South. So that would actually tell you who's a Cajun and who's a Creole. You'll be
Okay.
able to tell by the way they talk and how the way they speak French. I grew up in a generation that actually was talking about people in French. And so when my mom actually caught on to the fact that I was catching on, she's like, go mind your business. So I didn't get a chance to learn what I really like. I really wanted to learn that part of it, but I wasn't able to learn it. I kind of like want to go investigate, you know. I want to go back home and investigate. Yeah. Just kind of
Well,
like
tell me
play my
about the food.
recorder, and play my I don't want Siri to translate that, but just kind of play my recorder and try to see if I can learn.
I want to know about the food. Tell me about the food growing up.
Oh Lord. You would have to spend a week with me.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. I grew up on a lot of everything is made from scratch. Um, if I'm cooking in a hurry, oh God, I always have this issue with, girl, if you don't just get this whipped and mix that Parmesan, because mama gonna come out that grave and whoop your tail. You better not get that already. Like, yeah. So the difference with it, I know how to cook probably everything. Yeah. I was heavy on being around my mom before she passed. The only thing I didn't get to get from my mom before she passed was she was famous for making chess pie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I've been trying to figure the recipe out. And when people try to hand it to me, I just look at them like, you ain't my mama. Um, rice dressing, just it's just simple things when you bake chicken, just the way. That's one thing that Louisiana taught me is the kitchen and the love that's in the kitchen. So yes, that's an extension of me like cooking and feeding people. I love to do it. I don't like to do it if I'm not in a good mood because I understand the transfer of energy. So so I'm just like, if I'm not feeling it, then no, I'm not gonna cook for you. But if I know for sure we finna have us a good day, we finna chill, we finna relax, and you need to pack your blanket, yes, I love cooking for people. My favorite meal to cook probably Ain't nothing wrong with some fried fish.
Mm-hmm.
But this, I don't even know if y'all even ate this before, like sausage and tomato gravy with corn and rice.
Oh, yum.
Like,
Is that kind of like an etouffee almost?
girl, you see me like do that little yeah.
Uh-huh. That sounds
Um,
good.
I know
Now,
how
is
to
that
make
that andouille,
etouffee.
that andouille sausage?
Uh-huh. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
yes.
Yes, ma'am. I know how to do etouffee from scratch, gumbo from scratch. I love making seafood gumbo. I love when Walmart has like the lobster claws on sale. I'll throw that in there. Oh my God. Just being able to make you gravy from scratch and pour it on top of something. Roast. Oh my God. Because let me tell you something. A lot of people out here have been calling stuff Cajun in Nashville, and I'm about to get my boxing gloves. Okay.
Set them straight.
I'm about to get my boxing gloves because it's not Cajun. Cajun is not throwing something. No, no, it's more to it than that. It's your seasonings, your onions, your celery, your bell pepper, like all of that gotta mix together. Like it's an experiment. But now I'm glad I'm at the point now where I know how to eyeball it and be all like, okay, okay, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough.
Okay, here's the big
So,
question. Here's the big question.
uh,
How dark are we going with the roux?
it depends on what you're cooking.
Okay.
Because if you're cooking like etouffee, you don't have to cook it as dark as you would cook it for gumbo.
Okay.
So it's a different time limit on how you cook it and how hot your grease is. With that, if it was etouffee, it depends on how much you trust the stove in the pot. Because I'm like that. If it don't look like it's supposed to look, we finna start from scratch. So with etouffee's roux is not hard. It doesn't take longer to cook as if you were cooking a gumbo.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, they go hand in hand. You just have to. You literally, I tell everybody that don't leave the kitchen. Just don't leave. Because I've had my aunties run back in the kitchen too many times. I'm like, oh Lord, I forgot the roux. And
Oh
now the
no.
roux, you got to start it all over again because you know you don't want to serve nobody no scotch gumbo. So yeah, that would be it. Starting over from that roux is like just a whooping in itself. Because starting a roux over is like having to sweep carpet with a broom.
Yeah. I made roux from scratch one time and I was just because I wanted the experience of doing it the right way. And I
Yeah.
was
Oh
like,
yeah.
holy
I don't
Jesus,
mind. Look,
this
I do
takes a
not
long
mind
time.
FaceTiming and be all like, "Don't you leave that kitchen," because I'm telling you, you'll think that the fire is set at the right, but you have to constantly keep stirring it.
Yeah.
You have to constantly stir it so it doesn't stick, so it doesn't scorch. So you really can't leave the kitchen. That's a job in itself. That's one thing I learned, and that helped me a lot in life is watching women work in the kitchen and watch the teamwork they had in the kitchen. Man, I just want to see that all over again.
So how did that translate for you into being a part of Galaxy of Poets?
Um, hmm, what was I going through? What was I was going through something, and I started to see them on IG Live, and I started to like, post my poetry and stuff. And I think this had to be like in 2022, maybe. And they had a writing prompt challenge. And I ended up going on live, and that was my first. That was entering the cosmos, and I don't know why I was upset. I don't know if it was anxiety or what, but my ex was leaving to go to work, and I got on entering the cosmos, and that was my first time ever reading my poetry to anybody else. And so it's like me and Ty instantly had a connection. I got a phone call like, "Hey, you want to join?" Mm-hmm. And so we just moved forward from there. I do believe that joining the Galaxy at that time in my life was a lifesaver because it was a lot of times where I needed people to be on the phone with me at night. It was a lot of times where I I actually I deal with suicidal ideations. I don't suffer with it. But, it was a lot of times where they were up till like 3 in the morning speaking life into me.
Wow.
So just me remembering all of that, um, I'm grateful for it, because if I would have never came across a group of people that actually cared and actually say, you do matter and we want you to be a part of this, just seeing the qualities, the leadership qualities in myself that I don't even see in myself is a big deal. So I'm in love with it. We ain't perfect, I promise you. We have horrible days. And some days we have the best days, you know what I'm saying? But we literally are a family. So it's, yeah, the galaxy was probably 2021, 2022. No,
But I love
2021,
that.
because I moved out here 2022. So 2021.
I love
I
it. You
or
needed support. You needed your friends to be there for you, and they just stirring you like that roux. They're not leaving the kitchen, right?
mm-hmm.
They staying right with
Mm,
the pot, stirring the roux. I love it.
mm, Yes, ma'am. You said it. Yes, ma'am. You ready for a piece? You look like it.
I am, but I want to ask you a question. So the first time you actually shared your work was only a few years ago, but you obviously have been writing for a while prior to that. What started you writing?
Um, this where it get dark. Uh, I was 13. I was always a creative. My mom always had me in dancing and, but when she passed, my dad like completely alienated me and my older brother from everybody except for his side of the family. So I had a lot of dark days where I spent a lot of time in the room like it was a cell. And so I started writing. I actually started writing, but I started writing music. I started writing songs. This little boy I had a crush on. Then I found out he my cousin because my family's so big. So it's yeah. So it's just then I find out, that. So, but my dad ended up catching me writing, and he didn't understand that I was writing music, and he took it away from me. So I didn't start back writing probably until I left. I started journaling, and then that turned into poems because I started to go back in my journals and seeing what I was talking to God about, and seeing that He did come through when I asked Him to. So once I seen all of that, it's like everything just started to come into a poetic form. So then I was like, okay, and I started writing a lot. I started writing because I was working in a systemic workplace. Okay,
Mhm.
I was like, I had to, I was glad that I found that way to express myself. And that's what I tell any poet. Like, when you get on the stage, you can say whatever you want to say. Just don't say no hate speech, but you can say what you want to say. If you've been holding it in for this amount of time, let it out. And ever since then, ever since just discovering that I can do this, I can get my Maya Angelou on. Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. You've set the table beautifully. Feed us, please, my darling.
She say, feed us, please, my darling. All right. So this one I'm gonna give you. We're gonna start off. Let's just go a little easy, maybe. I don't know if that's easy. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get this. All right. So this is breaking up with my supervisor slash job. Black woman to black woman, I must question why we jump high to be a barely enough paid house nigga. You can't direct my speech, dictate me, and you don't even know me. Allowing men to grope me and then shrug, you two went through the same thing. I'm not you. PTSD is real and my mental health has been misused. I'm confused. Your ancestry and mine got the same bloodline, and you want to be committed to the plantation. Force fake smiles, making me walk miles and miles, only to be reminded I'm not appreciated. Serving bland hummus, Dunkin' Donuts to get on my good side. I don't even eat that, baby. I'm on a diet, so you're fired. I'm taking your black card back because real black women stand together, and that's facts. Matter of fact, bathed in bleach, since that's your winning team. I bet you still ain't accepted all that ass kissing. Miss me with your bullshit for I volunteer to give you an enema. You need to be cleansed, and that still won't be enough. I came into this workplace rough, homeless, giving you the best of me, and you can't even offer free lunch for 12 hours of working. Shout out to Dita, bitch, please. My grandparents didn't work the St. John plantation, so I can do the same thing. Wearing a scarf to cover my crown because my light blinding. My ancestors worked for my freedom, and you stuck in a twilight zone. So if you think it bothers me to leave, baby girl, I think you're wrong. I'ma remove this scarf, straighten my crown, your name tag and little black key, and as I'm walking out the door, ain't no need to follow me. I know how to act like a lady and leave. And my presence is missed and will always be. But the plantation life ain't for me. So miss and kiss my ass as I leave, because this will be the last time you hear from me. Peace.
Great. I love
Miss
that.
and kiss my ass as I leave. Yo, brethren, shut up. Shaman.
I love that.
Listen,
So
people are bringing
would
some stuff out of me.
Oh,
would
yo,
would
Myra,
that
what
be
show was
something?
on? We came on, like, sorry, I just felt very, very proud by the lyrics that right there. Yeah, the power, the affirmations, the manifestations, the history, the future, the fucking power, her, not power, power,
Mhm.
her. Don't get it twisted, yeah. And like, we was on a show together not long ago. When I say together, it wasn't together, but it was like, oh, was it Art of Creativity show? Oh, I think it was Art of Creativity, and you done a poem, yeah. Oh my God, brethren. I think you was before or after me. I can't remember. We was like quite close together, and the power and the vibes and the energy, and it reminded me of that one. It was like
Mhm.
biblical, like historical, and also like fucking educational. You know them ones where like people just need to hear that in their life, like at least once
Yeah.
or twice or like 5 times a week,
Yeah,
because we
because
just need to
and
like.
I'm not gonna like, yeah, and I'm not like, I'm one thing I'm not gonna do is like I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything in any community, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's not a problem in the black community, because it is. It's a problem with our black women. It's a problem with our black women respecting our black women. It's a problem with our black men respecting our black men. It's a problem with our black men respecting our black women. Like it's just a full-on problem. So now I'm getting to the point to where I'm finna say something about it. Like you're not finna be out here talking about Black Lives Matter and you understand why we shooting each other, but then
Mm-hmm.
like we're not even respecting each other. So this is why this is happening. So I'm at a point now where I'm finna lay it all out. We finna have these Mama D moments.
No, but you know what? I
Baby, let
respect
me
this
talk
one
to
thing
you.
I love about like you as a poet and as a person, obviously, because like you lay it all on the line. Like you tell us what's going on. You don't like rant with wagwan. You just if you're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. And you own that shit, and then like you wear your heart on your sleeve. And I rate that. I salute that, and I stand for that. And I just want to give you your flowers.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Sister
No, I love you,
Queen.
sis. You don't know
I
wagwan.
love you too.
So Myra, would that be a poem that you could perform at a slam competition?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
Can you-
actually one that I'm studying.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you
Yes.
talk a little bit about what slam is and how you got into it and how you felt the calling to be, because that's kind of its own like subset of spoken word, right? That's kind of its own little
I ain't.
thing.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't feel like it was a calling. I feel like someone saw in me that, I was ready to get on the stage, because a lot of people don't understand what goes behind it, what goes with the slam competition. And I tell people all the time, like, this is a competition with yourself. This is not a competition with other people. This is a competition with yourself to see how much you can deliver. It goes off the delivery, the strength of your message. Do we know what you're talking about? Are you talking about the sky pink and the grass blue? Like, it all goes in hand with your delivery, your message, and your strength and your performance. You got 3 minutes, you got a 10-second grace period. After that, if you reach 4 minutes, you out. With the slam that I host in September, a lot of people don't like poets to move around. So I allow that. You can move around as long as you're still in front of the judges. Be comfortable in your space. I host it because I want women to learn to connect and collaborate. And when I tell you the women that I've seen like them grow, that actually was paying attention, I see the growth, like just from that one slam, just from coming down here. Some of them came from Chicago, one came from New Orleans. Like, just for them to come down here and do that, yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely worth it. I would never steer anybody away from it. I know you get paid for slams, and this is something that has to be noted. Yes, you do get paid if you win. But are you just in it for the money? Or are you in it because you yourself want to compete with yourself, not other people? You want to compete with yourself so you can continue to grow as an artist. My first slam, I made it to the second round. My second slam, I won. Third slam, this was for the Nashville qualifying. Girl, I was first round and I was done. I had done got up there, thought I knew that piece, girl. I had to shovel up some other words and figure it out. But it also.
So wait a minute, hold on. Let me understand this picture here. So you go to the slam. It's the first time you've ever done it. And you're not expecting to advance past the first round.
I'm just, I am full on. I want to have fun.
Okay.
But then, what kind of threw me off Saturday was I heard different people speaking in competitive ways. And I feel this all the time. It's no need for any poet to be in competition with each other. So with me feeling that all the time, I don't care if it's a slam competition. Like, you should not be like talking like, if you could take it, cool. But me, I know where that type of stuff lead. I'm not breaking up nothing. Just Star got her hand up.
Yo, I'm agreeing, Bridget, because like this is like my thing, yeah. Like I'm still new to this poetry stuff, and like you guys give me inspiration, motivation, and like the most admiration that I can ever give to people, because I know life be life, and then you're still out here representing, and like same way. I don't know the like little like laws and rules and whatever, but also I was born to break the rules, and obviously I'm an artist, so I just throw words around to play with them. But when you say about these other things, like we don't even know about them, so like you need to educate us and like stop playing down your role, Bridget, because like you're a star out here and you're acting like you don't know what I want. Like you need to big up your chest and show us, because like even the 3 minute thing, a lot of us don't know. I performed. I'm gonna big up myself here. I performed in New York last year, yeah, and like even they was like, you went over time. I was like, yeah, well, I came from the UK in it, give me extra time, Bridget. But like obviously it don't work like that all the time when you're doing a proper thing in it, and like but yeah, I just was so interested and educational what you've been saying, and yeah, I'm glad I set my timer for this.
And I tell my girls that, like, my girls, whoever signs up, like I tell all my girls like ahead of time, because I want you to have that time to, really put yourself into whatever piece it is that you're doing, whatever round it is. Like I make sure I let them know you can't do this, you can't do that. This is how long your pieces need to be. This is what you're going to be judged on, because I want you to get on that stage and I want you to lay it all out there.
Can you mentor me? Can we have some time together? I think you need to mentor me. I'm not even joking.
You're the second one. I don't mind. You the second. You'll be number two.
I want to
Sorry,
go back
Brandy.
to this event. I want to go because of this ride. I want to take this ride along with you, right? I want to live this with you. So like you're in the slam, you've done the
Mhm.
piece, right? This is the first time, not really expecting to advance. And so they tell you you've
Mhm.
made it to the second round and you didn't have a piece prepared for that. So what did you
Yeah, I
do?
did.
Oh, you
You better. You better. With slams, you usually need to have at least four pieces ready. At least four. It's 3 rounds, but you never know what's gonna happen in that third round. So you always need to have four pieces ready. Um, this last Saturday I did something and I shouldn't. Yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. You got a 10-second grace period. Um, I did make a mistake last Saturday because I'm a Virgo and I'm hard on myself. I I had written some new pieces and I just knew that I knew that piece. And don't drink weed water until after you're done. Okay. I did just take my advice because a lot of artists find their different ways to prepare. Some artists may say, okay, I'll take a shot. Some artists may, hit Mary. Um, you know your limits, you know what calms you down. Lord have mercy, I'll never drink that ever again. That was my first time drinking that, girl. And I think it kicked in. And I told him that. I said, I'm not messing with y'all until after I'm done because I don't want to be like this. And sure enough, I think I got excited because I was like, yeah, I know this piece. And I hit that fast talk and then I went,
uh-oh.
basically, I didn't say it out loud, but that's what it was. Uh-oh. Yeah. So, if it's for a slam, I would suggest keep your head as clear as you need it.
I get that. I think
Especially if that's your first time doing it, you want to make sure you got a clear head, because you just never know. But I've been around a lot of different artists. I know y'all all have been around. Everybody do their little pre-gaming, but know your limits, baby, please, because I got to get on a lot of my babies with that. You got to know your limits when you're performing, because you don't want to be giving anybody anything when you get on the stage. You don't want to do that. So, and just like with me, I'm just glad that I've been around enough people to know, like, not to say, oh, my bad, y'all, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. If you forget them words, keep going. Just keep going. Don't you stop. You better find some words. God gonna give them to you. And that's what he did with me.
So
He was
going
like, here,
back to
girl.
that first slam, going back to that first slam, you going into the second round and you had a couple of poems to choose from. How did you decide which one you were going to read in that second round?
I went off of the vibe of the other poets that went. And I went off of the judges as well, because you don't know, like, you can have somebody's granny or somebody's uncle that's like Snoop Dogg, and then you'll have like a freaking Katy Perry. I've never seen that happen, but that's who you're relying on, because they're going to give you your points. So you need to just take a good look at them. That's how I did this past job. So I pulled out the piece that I knew, I thought was correct, but wasn't. So I think that it's also a good idea to just take a little peep at you. Don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. Just see how they move. Don't talk to them. Just see how they move. Pay attention to what, like, if you have a bunch of different artists before you, I would pay attention to how they're judging. And that's going to tell you exactly what pieces you need to have lined up.
Well, what was going through
Judges.
your mind? Like you went into this thing like this is just, like for fun, this is for me, whatever. But you didn't expect to get past the first round. So did your mindset, like, was there an element of nervousness or anything that came in the second round because you had gotten farther than you thought you would, and now all of a sudden there's pressure?
The second round, what piece did I choose for that second round? I think it was yeah. the piece that I chose, I think I should have chosen something a bit more heart tugging. Um, if I That's something I'm learning with slams is I always need to tug at your heartstrings just a little bit. So I noticed like that first round I need to go rough like DMX. That second round I need to get your heartstrings. Yeah. So that's what I learned with that one. My choice of pieces to do. So once I learned that, like now, oh, next year Myra probably gonna be in Canada.
Woo!
You're gonna be all over. I'm going long as they don't thank you for that, baby. I'm gonna make sure I don't have none of the stuff I'm not supposed to have. Cause that is my goal, like to make sure I get my passport.
Absolutely. Now I know I'm gonna pester you to death about this first competition until I get everything out. I'm gonna squeeze you like a lemon, get all that juice out of there because I want to know the story. So were all of these rounds on the same day or were they different days?
Same day.
Same day. So you
Hmm.
go round one. Now you've advanced to round two and you've made it past round two. What were you thinking now? You're getting ready to go round three. What was going on in your mind?
Oh, after round two, they call your scores out. And so they let me know then and there I'm out. We had an intermission and then they called the ladies that were in round three.
Mhm.
And so that's when I knew I could just be your cheerleader. And that's what be like. There was just like the Saturday, they was like, oh, say bye, Myra. I was like, yeah, I ain't going home yet. I'm gonna be y'all cheerleader. Like, I really love cheering boys on. Like, so I don't take like slams and stuff. Like, I'm hard on myself. I don't have no beef with nobody. I don't have no jealousy or envy towards anybody. Like, I'm seriously competing with myself because I know doggone well I can do this. We
Absolutely.
are doggone Virgo spirit.
But what I find so fascinating about you is that you absolutely know you can do it and you're going to do it, but you're about being it, not about talking about it. Because, see, I keep trying to
Mm-hmm.
get you to talk about yourself and you keep switching into, well, let me tell you, how it works. And you switching into like coaching mode and mentor mode, right? And you're evading
Right.
me. And I'm like, no, come here, open up your head. Let me see what's in there. I'm like,
I
come
just,
here. But
yeah, I
that's that
just,
Virgo, right? That's that
yep.
Virgo thing. You're gonna not
Mhm.
talk about it, you're gonna be about it. You're just gonna be about it. And I
That's
love that.
it. I'll be like, we got work to do. Let's do it.
Yes.
And that's just, I don't know. I don't know who I got that from. I don't know if it was my mom or my dad. I don't know, but it is there. And Lord have mercy. We're
Obviously
misunderstood.
you've had a lot of challenges, you've had a lot of trauma, and right, and like I think everybody in our poetry community, right? We all carry in that suitcase. We all got the bag. We rolling up with the suitcase
I'm
full.
dropping them.
It's,
I'm dropping them this year. I'm dropping them. You dead weight? I'm finna drop you off at the bus stop, the corner. You finna be in front of the Family Dollar. Like, I'm
but
early and I wait
tell me what
for
that
these.
did for you to help you be where you are now, because you're mentoring people, you're coaching people, you are helping people see potential within themselves that they maybe never thought they had. And I have to feel like all those things that you went through brought you to a place to help you do what you're doing now to help others.
Mm-hmm. Um, that's actually gonna lead us into our next piece. Um, I know I advocate for endometriosis awareness. Um, the doctor has ran tests. I am, yeah, it will take an act of God and all the guardian angels. We would have to have a whole biblical story going on. Okay. So um I'm starting to notice that he's sending people to me and just people saying like, hey, will you be my mentor? My first thought is like, girl, why do you want me? what are you thinking? But then it goes that I'm just too hard on myself part. And so just to like it's been like that in Nashville. It's a lot of the female, it's different women, but it's 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 the right ones. Like it's like God sends me them and then he says, you see why we don't question why we can't have children, because I'm giving you children that you ain't even had to carry for 9 months. You just they need a little nurturing. So I appreciate that. I'm learning to sit in my pain and learning to understand my pain of endometriosis. And just the fact that and I can I speak explicitly?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So I heard somebody said if you can't get her pregnant, she got bad pussy. Let me write that down. Hold on, because you done gave me a whole piece.
Ooh.
Got me
Who
so
is he? Where's he at? Let's go talk to him right now.
got me so worked up over here. Oh, love you. Thank you so
No,
much.
we're going. We're going. Where is he?
Who? Where's who?
Whoever it
I had
was,
to write.
let's go get him right now. Let's go talk to him.
Well, actually, it was a
Talk to
woman
him.
that said that, and a lot of women say that, failing to realize there are so many reproductive issues that we deal with. Like, you already know just what I'm dealing with today, and I told you that. I don't care if I'm dealing with it because I have a story that needs to be told, and I can speak and still be in pain. And we're gonna sit here through this pain with this heating pad, and we're gonna get this done. We're gonna get this done. Yes, ma'am. So I heard a woman say it, and the first thought that came to my mind was this lady don't even know, like, I didn't had to have surgery behind this. The doctor had to tell me I don't have any eggs like that. Like, just to and so I think we really need to be more mindful of how we and it maybe I don't know, maybe it's my processing of things. I don't know. But just
Myra,
huh?
can I? Yeah, no, I totally there's been a few things just the other day actually I was on something and someone was saying about this and it reminded me of another show and a thing and two of my good friends and then so when you add them all up and up and up and like and that's just from a handful of people that have been a bit more open and honest about Wagwan. Like there's a lot of people
Mhm.
that can't uh pro appropriate what's the word I'm looking for? Appropriate.
Reproduce.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
other people can do in the same way and like obviously when I say it, it sounds lightly, I'm not saying it lightly, but also there's also people that have not done it for other reasons and it's like you get to the age of about
Mm-hmm.
30 and it's like almost like as a woman like I know you've been heard, I know all of us hear it, yeah, because it's like automatically like, well, don't you want kids then? Where's your kids then?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna have kids then? You're not gonna get married then? You're not gonna do well, are you not a millionaire yet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why the fuck you ask me these dumb questions? Like, you know what I mean? So, I think that it's so relevant and so pure and honest of you to be able to, talk
Mm-hmm.
about these things that are like obviously not under the microscope as much of a lot of things, but also as well, just for general like public announcement, like just because we hit like past the age of like I don't know, I think it's about 25, 26, people start asking you, well,
Mm-hmm.
do you not want to get married to a man and have kids and blah blah blah? Like, well, I'm
Girl.
sorry, but I haven't got a white picket fence, and I'm very sorry, like, that we was like sold a lie from day dot, and we've not managed to succeed that because we can't do the impossible. But
Right.
yeah, we're still here, and some of us, our bodies work differently, and rat a tat a tat. So yeah, sorry for my little rant in between, but obviously,
It's true.
yes.
It's very
Mm.
true. It's very true.
How does that make you feel though? Like you are a woman who's supporting other women. You have this competition that you're doing that's specifically for the purpose of allowing space for women to collaborate with each other, to support each other. And then you hear another woman say that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that had to hit you in the heart a little bit.
Yeah. It helps. It helps because that's like when I first started like doing pieces like these, like I would have to stop and cry just a little bit, and then everybody will, give me them, come on, Myra, and then I'll be all right. But it's not easy to talk about because the people understand cancer, people understand diabetes, people understand having heart problems, but why can't you understand endometriosis? Why can't you understand that this literally affects my entire body? Like that slam Saturday is when everything started.
Mhm.
So in the midst of being at that slam, I have this thing going on with my body, and I gotta oh, baby, by the time that was over, I was in the car like
But
this.
ignorance is bliss, and this is the whole point of these conversations. Yeah, like I'm sorry to interrupt that. Like, but like ignorance is bliss, and like like sometimes like they always say like no question is a stupid question, but sometimes you do feel like if you don't know, you don't know where I'm going. But like
Mm-hmm.
I always say to people, like it's the easiest answer when you know the fucking question. But like there's some things if you just don't know, you just don't know. But also to some people, like ignorance is bliss, but we're out here trying to push the narrative and push the conversation. So this is why, I rate you for talking about it and like rate you for being honest and sharing your vulnerability and also sharing your pain. And obviously we're trying to help that too. But also it's history, it's documenting, it's factual, it's knowledge, it's a lot. And I love you, but
Yeah, baby, this takes some work to do this.
Mm. But that's why I also think, like, to answer to like Brandy's question, like I think I'm not trying to speak for you, and you know that, but like also I feel like it's so many other factors of why it's not more public knowledge. And if I wasn't so blessed to know so many strong human beings in this world, I wouldn't know as much as I do, and I don't know hardly anything, but I just know of it, and also feel the empathy as a woman and as a human being, and like living
Mm-hmm.
to an age that you get to when all of a sudden that becomes a question. Like it reminded me of a poem that I've got. So like with the time afterwards, I'm gonna have to represent. But anyway, I just wanted to stand next to you and say yes, sis, I love you.
I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you.
Myra, tell me if this description resonates with you. I have a dear friend who also struggles with endometriosis terribly. And she described it like this. She said, if you've ever seen a pond and sometimes the pond, like there'll be algae on the pond and the pond just get algae, algae, algae until you can't see any of the pond. It's just full of algae and the algae is just choking out the pond. That's kind of like the endometriosis because, the tissue, endometrial tissue is just growing and growing and
Mm-hmm.
growing and growing. And it's on this runaway train of growth and
Mm-hmm.
it hurts.
Like
Um,
hell.
does
Like
is that
hell.
description, does that kind of resonate with you as
That's
well?
a soft description because I've been telling people, and this is my pain level. It sent me to the hospital in January. Um, it feels like, when somebody that loves you comes up behind you and they grab around your waist.
Yeah.
It feels like arms that are made out of different sizes of shards of glass.
Mm.
And it feels like every day was from the beginning, it feels like it gets tighter and it squeezes me tighter and it squeezes me tighter. And then maybe the third or fourth day, it decides to let go. And while all of this is happening, I'm having the shots going from my head being hurt all the way down my back. It's just, and then it continues to flow to my joints. It's like I can literally feel, it's like while the arms of shards of glass are holding on to me, it's like I can literally feel my pulse going through my whole body. Like it's like you can feel it pulsating with the pain. And I just had an incident happen where just from me asking a question, it was taken in the wrong way. but you're not understanding. I'm in pain. I live in a house where I have to walk up and down stairs. That's painful. So like before we even started this, I was all like, I'm finna make sure I get whatever I need. So that way I don't have to go back down those stairs today, because I don't want to continue to feel the pain. I'm learning with endometriosis, some days you just gotta sit your tail down. Like it's I can't, that's like the best way I can explain it. Like, and I know it's going to turn into a poem, because like, could you imagine shards of glass of arms holding you and squeezing you? Like, and of course the opposite sex says, I'm not a woman. I don't know what that feel like. So why are you talking to me like that? I shouldn't have to apologize for my pain.
No, you should never
I
have to.
shouldn't have to apologize for my pain. I should never have to. It's one thing about me, if you're around me a lot, I will let you know, hey, my cycle's coming on, A, B, and C finna happen. And you may not hear from me for a couple days, because I've learned like to withdraw from the world, because it seems like the enemy wants you to turn into a demon, like, because he knows you're going through pain. And that's something I tried to express yesterday to a friend. Like, the world thinks just because women are going through this, that we can like literally just go to work. I was a CNA, like go to work and pick up on people and walk miles and miles and miles and miles. Like, this was the last one. The piece I just read, that was me leaving that job. Like, that was my goodbye piece to that job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to work in a rich community, but then you work in people like a dog. And I'm telling you, I have endometriosis. That's just like the commercial. I don't know if they still play it on the radio, where the guy's saying, I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. Like, it shouldn't take until I blow up on you for you to know that I'm not okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just it's a, you know, it's a learning experience. So I'm excited for next year's event, because I can't wait to just be able to, I'm actually going to get the machine so guys can actually see what it feels like to have cramps, to see what it feels like, especially going through endometriosis. I want you to know exactly how I feel. So yes, I'm going to invest in that machine.
I
We're going to
think
have
it must be
fun.
terribly hard. I mean, there was a time when fibromyalgia really wasn't
Uh-huh.
recognized as being as
Mhm.
debilitating as it is. And, you know, thank goodness that advances have been made and people now understand that it is completely a debilitating condition. And I feel like you're kind of in that same boat that maybe sufferers of fibromyalgia were in that period of time
Mhm.
before it was recognized as being so debilitating. And you're having to fight the fight while you're hurting. You know, you're a wounded warrior out there on the battlefield trying to make people understand.
Speak, Pastor. Hold on, let me make sure I got you. Okay. All right.
And
Let me know when you're ready for it.
I'm ready. You have set this table beautifully. So yes, please.
All right. Last night, my baby came in visitation dream. Mama, don't cry. Mama, don't cry. Mama, don't cry for me. Last night, my baby said to me, Mama, your strength is empowering. Oh, Mama, I hold you. Mama, I hold you. Mama, I hold you while you sleep. Last night, my baby came in visitation dream. Mama, don't cry. Mama, don't cry. Mama, don't cry for me. The elders say, when are you going to have a baby? Or, honey, it's far too late for you. They have no idea the amount of pain each month I have to endure. It all began with one bite of tasty fruit. A pain some women walking this earth must go through. The doctor played laser tag to strengthen my chances of giving birth. It's deeper than that. I feel like I walk with a curse. I always wondered what a child would be like coming from me. Born from a creative. I'm not picky. I'll take a king or a queen. Sometimes the things we desire aren't meant to be. Endometriosis is a curse, skipping generations and chose me. I've accepted the pain that comes along each month to remind me there's too much scar tissue, so I give birth to my poetry. It's a lot of women walking around that don't speak but are just like me, feeling like less of a woman, less fruitful, not multiplying. Be careful what you speak to the childless like me. These were the cards we were dealt under the magnifying glass of judging. They think if I don't bear any children, I'm not living. They find out my age and they get more insulting, but I know there are the children out there that need me. Assignment understood. I'm a part of the village that helped raise me. A fairy godmother, a rescue to the babies in need of love and guidance that wasn't shown to me. The red dragon hates the woman and has cursed those who can't birth like me. The red dragon makes a painful visit to remind us monthly. The red dragon hates the woman experiencing pain while she's birthing. The red dragon hates the woman who has had countless miscarrying. The red dragon hates the woman and leaves too much scarring to the red dragon. I can handle the pain you love to put on me. I am woman. Enduring pain is second nature to me. There is no cheat code to this game, you see. I'm nobody's science project. I refuse to be. I got scar tissue over scar tissue over scar tissue over scar tissue over scar tissue, constantly reminding me, in the end, I win, Red Dragon. This pain will never stop me. Peace.
Oi, Bridget, come on now.
What's up, Lady Flame? Y'all gotta let that breathe real quick. Hold on.
I'm getting there with it. I'm getting there with it. I felt that so deep. And I just felt that so deep. And I want you to know how much you are valued and appreciated, and that what you are doing is so important.
Thank you.
I know none of
Girl,
us can
stop.
heal
Don't do that.
hearts.
Don't do that.
Got me going over here too. Oh my God.
I know none of us can heal your heart, right? Of that feeling of, wishing for a child and wanting to have a child of your own line, of your own blood, of your own family line. And but you're giving that love, and everyone is the beneficiary of it. So
Right.
just know that you are loved and supported.
Woo! The galaxy is in the building.
Wow. Thank you, Myra. You had to make me cry. I have to cry. I have to cry on Heart Artist every time. I have to cry. It's the thing, right? Wow, we all cry, but it's good. It's like,
Right.
I don't know,
Ooh.
there's something about women shedding tears together in solidarity. It's just, it's important. It bonds us together. It brings us together. The emotions that we feel, they bind us together. It's like braiding
And
our heart.
I think that was like the beginning of me getting back to writing music, because like one day when and I do that, I write endometriosis pieces when I'm feeling that pain. And like I really, and I don't like to use the word hate, but I really hate having to express to anyone how it feels. It mess with your mental health. I'm a mental health advocate. Like it's and just being in your own space, it's like it's a constant battle with self, because you want to get up and move and get stuff done, but your body is saying, if you don't stop, I'm gonna make you. Okay. And so that happened in January. So like now, like just to be able to find some understanding and get more clarity on it, like it just means a lot. And it's a lot more endometriosis pieces that's loading up. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna write one after this, you know what I'm saying? Because um just on women's health, period. And I tell the men that, like, when I'm in like at open mics, I'm not a man. Y'all gotta find y'all a man to talk about this, but as far as women and the things that we deal with, especially internally, like, this is not me bashing men, because I love our men. This is not me bashing anybody, but like we really have to learn to try to find some type of understanding. I'm sorry, we have to learn to understand each other, because we don't say try in the galaxy. We have to learn to understand each other and understand, especially when we having those health conditions that affect not only the body but the mind as well. Whisper, why you froze? She froze. Oh Lord, y'all got me sleep. Ooh, y'all.
Yeah, she froze, but I'm still
But
here.
girl, look, yeah, y'all. I'm learning a lot. I needed to learn probably how to perform in the midst of feeling that pain. Because that's what me and her spoke, I think, this morning for the check-in. And I think the question may have came up, are you sure? And I'm like, nah, I don't sign up for stuff, and I'm just not, what I'm saying? That's just me. Like
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is virtual. We got the heating pad. We good. We good.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
good.
we just, right here. It's just
Yeah, right. You ain't got to see the rest. So that's I'm like, yeah, I'm here. We got this. So
I'm in the
that's
same
that
boat as
Virgo.
you. I have endometriosis too. So like even hearing you talk about it, I almost don't think about it because it's so all the time that it's just shaped who I am, and
Oh.
I can't feel it because if I start, it's gonna come out. So thank
Mm-hmm.
you for letting
Mm-hmm.
me acknowledge that for just even a few minutes of my day. That was really special for
Yeah,
me. Thank
well,
you.
I'm making sure I'm gonna stay on you now, because
Thank you.
that's, I understand one to another. I understand, and it definitely does start with the mental first, and it works its way down. It's like a little snake. It's like
Yeah.
a little snake, it definitely works its way down. So I would like for us to connect more, what I'm saying, because I don't want you to feel like you're going through it yourself.
Yes,
Trust me, I know what
please.
it feels like to go through it by yourself. So I do want to extend that to you and let you know I'm just gonna be like this in your screen just one
Good.
day,
I'll be here too. I love it. It looks like Whisper's back.
I had a little bit of
Yes.
internet craziness there for a minute. Sorry about that. And right as my signal froze, I had kind of a question come into my mind. Like, you obviously have done a lot of healing of emotional wounds, psychic wounds, things that you've overcome. So in that sense, emotionally, psychologically, you're like ready to roll. You're ready to hit it. You're ready to tackle the world. But then you've got your body, right, telling you, no, 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 no. How much of a mind fuck is that?
It's horrible. It's with no Vaseline. It's with no lubrication at all. Like because I'm just that's mm-mm, yeah, it is, but I'm learning to understand how to take care of my body, um, not just physical, but also mental. And with my mental healing part is me understanding you have to stay still. So I've been like my little coach in my mind, like even when I'd be like, I want to get up, I want to, because I've been doing my walking. So I want to. I'll be out there in the morning though. I've learned how to time my days and my pain. So I'm like, I'll be outside tomorrow. I'm talking to it now. So I like that I'm like beefing with Endo on a cool. And we all like, my Endo is all like, you got to sit down today. But I'm like, okay, but I'm going to be outside tomorrow. So it's just learning to understand how to take care of yourself the right way. Because, our jobs don't care about endometriosis. They want you to show up to work on time and do your job to the very best. They want you to reach for the stars. They want you to do exactly what they want you to do, but not even taking your health into consideration. So, I applaud any woman that's out there working and having to deal with the pain of endometriosis, because it's not a cakewalk. We were chosen to be warriors for a reason. Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to think too that the virtual community and the way that we're able to do so many things now virtually, post COVID, has to give you some options that maybe you could not have had otherwise. And I would imagine you're probably a master of navigating all of that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. In my opinion, I don't really know what COVID contains, but ever since it touched down, it has caused a lot of confusion. And being somebody that has, like, now I'm out the medical field, I've seen a lot of stuff. And these people thought I was playing when I told them, God finna get me up out of here before I get a pinky, I lose a pinky, because I would never want my family to get treated or taken care of or given the medications that they were given. So just to mm-mm, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of stuff. I just I can't say everything, but I just seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And dealing with having to go to a doctor about endometriosis, like they think that we just want pain medicine. I don't even like how that make me feel, to be honest. I don't like nothing that make me think the bed floating,
Yeah.
because I know the bed ain't floating.
But I would imagine though, like how to use Zoom, how to do Instagram, how to do all of these, like you by virtue of having this thing that forces you to be inside, you are acquiring
Mm-hmm.
abilities that
Mm-hmm.
you might have acquired otherwise because you got to do something, right? So you're
Mm-hmm.
acquiring and you're sharing that
Ma'am.
with other people and you're hooked into Galaxy of Poets. So there's this whole flow there. So like even though you're not living quote a regular life, you're still doing a full you still doing a full life. You're just
Mm-hmm.
also bearing
Absolutely.
this other you also bearing this burden on your back.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. One thing I've learned, and that's just through meditation, keeping my space clear, is that I can only live for me. I can't change anybody's thought process. I can't change how they may feel about me. I can't change how they feel about poetry, that the poetry I spit. I can only live for me. And once I learned that, it helped a lot. I catch myself saying, girl, you ain't God. Why you over here trying to do his work? Because it's true. It's not my job. I can set the example and attempt to be the best that I can be. But it's no way that, like, and that's with a lot of us, a lot of people walking around lost. And they think they living, but they lost. It's no amount of shoes, purse, or jewelry that can complete me. So it's the virtual world of poetry has opened up a lot of avenues now, since now the world opened back up after COVID.
Yeah.
But we need to focus more on spreading that word that we need to spread. Stop beefing with each other. Join together with each other. Because I told one poet that, like, I don't know if it was you, I don't know who it was, but I was like, imagine us going down to Washington and everybody spitting their pieces. Like, imagine us being a poetry flash mob and changing the world. Like, I'm on that type of vibe. Like that's what I'm on. Like, money, honestly, I don't even care. I don't even care, because it's not even going to be there in a few years. In a few years, it'll be something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned in this spiritual walk that my eyes are opening wider and wider. So why would I even be concerned about the negative? Because that's what the world wants us to see, instead of saying focus on that path that we're supposed to be on. I can't fix Brandy's path. You know what I'm saying? I can't fix Ty Black's path. Shout out to my dad in the room. But I know that I can encourage, and I know that I can be all like, okay, if I'm walking past you on the path, you know, I can at least be like, hey, come on, let's go. He know that's how we do it. But you know, it's just I I don't know. Maybe I need to be in a Miss America pageant and be like, I just want world peace.
Was there ever a time when you were living in anger?
Oh yeah. Um, I'm still kind of dealing with some things in that category.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I'm still dealing with anger. I'm still dealing with anger. Um, Healing does not happen in a year. Um, it doesn't. It's that's it's not like that. Like, I just started going back to mental health therapy, and I had to understand that healing does not. It's not going to happen overnight. And when I moved to Nashville, I think that was probably the highest rage of anger that I had, because I had been left a bad marriage. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with the mental health from that. And I only came to Nashville with 2 weeks worth of clothes and some scrubs. So that was the definition of liberation for the woman. Get on out of there. Because I'm not going to jail. I like my hair pink. And I'm not using no highlighters. Period. But it's gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
I attempt to pay attention to the things that make me angry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just more self-awareness. Of course, on days like these, when I'm feeling the pain that I'm feeling, you may get a little snap with that. You may get a little snap. I mean, I am not going to be freaking bubbles off the Powerpuff Girls if I'm going through this.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, I'm still dealing with it, but it's gotten better. I think the anger was more off of betrayal in marriage, and then it started to shed light on the betrayal from childhood with my father. So then I started to pay attention to the fact that, okay, my father and I didn't have the relationship a father and daughter should have. And so now I'm out in the world and I'm making these horrible decisions. God, why did I even give that man my sugar? I'm sitting over here just thinking about the decisions I made based off of that. So if there are any parents in the room, like, your child needs to know that they're loved, and your child does not need to feel like they're in a prison. I grew up in a prison. After my mom died, that's what it was. So yes, there's anger there, but I've learned to replace a lot of that anger with acceptance. Just acceptance of the fact that I don't know what he grew up around. you know I attempt to take into consideration with other people that I'm dealing with. I don't know what you're going through, so that makes me be more self-aware, because honey, I know where my anger could take me, and I can't be out here choking nobody child no more. I cannot be out here choking people kids.
Was there a point where you said, I can't be in this angry headspace anymore? I'm giving it up and I'm just gonna tell me? Or was it more of a gradual process?
It was gradual. I think therapy helped. I think the car accident I got into helped, because that was an extreme wake-up call that we spend a lot of our time worried about things that we don't even need to be worried about. It's like a literally it doesn't matter situation. Stop worrying about what other people doing and focus on yourself. So like just with that, like the recent events that have happened since the year started have helped me to appreciate life more. And so I really, 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 really don't wake up with anger on my heart. I don't wake up to argue with people. Like I legit just, and I keep that in my mind. Like I keep it there and I say that all the time. Like I don't wake up to argue with nobody. That's never a goal for me. And I know we can get to a place of love. So that's them hippie vibes coming out now.
You're bringing me back to our conversation we had the other morning when I was talking about that the prayer that I would say, dear God, guide my hands, guide my heart, and guide my mouth.
Ooh, ooh. Cause let me tell you something. They had a man, I was getting in the car and he was in his car. And I don't know how he knew. Oh, he asked me for directions somewhere, and I was like, "Sir, I'm not from here." He was like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "I'm from Louisiana." He was like, "I can't tell." I said, "Sir, I have lived in Louisiana, Texas, and Tennessee. This is the whole gumbo of accents going on right now. Like, make me mad, and then you gonna hit a Louisiana. But we don't want that, now do we?" We don't want that. So, you know, I tell anybody that, like, just we really are, you can control how you respond to people. And it just, we have to stop being so quick to respond. That's what we suffer with a lot. Just being so quick to respond to people, and you don't know what type of day that person had. Is my heating pad on, girl? It don't feel like it.
You were already a person who was giving. You were working as a CNA, so you're giving care to others. So you're already in a position where you're giving of yourself, you're giving of your heart, you're giving of your body. And I love the way that you have found a place now that you can still give of yourself in a way that allows you not to hurt yourself doing it. Right. So by doing the mentorship that you're doing, by doing the show that you're doing and other things that you do, you are still helping. You're still giving of your heart. And I love that. And I think,
Absolutely.
do you feel like that's a healing thing for us to do, to give of ourselves that way?
Yeah. What you want to be selfish for? It's something that somebody don't know that that you can share. And when I was growing up, honestly, like, there's just something my mom instilled in me. Like, so from birth up until 10 years old, my mom always showed me, if my friend needs a ride to the grocery store and I'm going to the grocery store, guess what? I'm going to get my best friend and we're going to get our groceries together. If she needs me to watch her kids, guess what? I'm watching her kids. Now, she might have to watch mine next weekend, but we going to work that out. Like, my mom was always a giving person. So she instilled that in me, and I'm so grateful that she did, because like, that's what my name literally is Myras Monarch. Myra was my mom's name. And butterflies, I just know every time I see one, that's her. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I'm just naturally a giving person. I love to take care of people. Now, don't take advantage of me now, but I love to take care of people. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that God gave me the opportunity to still show people love, even if I wasn't shown the love that I know I deserved as a child. I don't have to carry that on into adulthood. So I'm grateful that God gives me a chance to still show people love, even if they aren't receptive of it. Like, I'm grateful just to be able to be alive, just to love. Like, that's really all our job is, y'all. People really make this so hard. This is really not a hard job.
It's about love.
That's it. Like, that's it. Love, understanding, like, what is it? The what is it? What is it? It's up there. It's coming down to my brain. Is it acts of kindness or
Random acts of kindness, they talk about that. Compassion.
yeah, like, just stuff like that. Like, just, yeah, like, but that's because I never got it. So just knowing that I never got it doesn't mean that I can't share it with other people. So just, just me knowing I'm an adult now. I had to tell my auntie that this week. I was like, I'm 34 now, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Can you stop yelling? See, I've learned, that's one thing I've learned in life, is how to create boundaries. I'm grateful for that. Creating them boundaries, especially when it comes to family.
Please
Sometimes you
bring
got
me
to
home with
create.
you. Please bring me home with you. I want to meet the
I'm
aunties and I
flying.
want to cook some roux and
I'm
gumbo.
flying to Texas. Well, no, we're gonna take you to Louisiana. I'm not gonna take you to Texas because that's just too much going on. I would have to beat somebody up behind. Well, it don't matter. I'd have to beat some up. Lord, okay, we're gonna figure this out. We just gotta figure out. Okay, Baton Rouge. We can do Baton Rouge. We can do Baton Rouge. That's more calm. She like laughing at my options. I'm like, I don't know. Because I don't even go back to my hometown. And that's for a reason, that God keeping me away from there. Like I told you from the beginning, that town is cursed.
Mhm.
So if you stay there, then what's gonna happen?
Maybe we heal the curse.
Or you become a part of the curse.
I always feel
Because
like
a lot of people, and I'm probably the only one in my class, my senior class, that's talking about this. Just the fact that we grew, a lot of my classmates, they left. That we knew that we had to leave that town. You got classmates getting beat up in the field. This is happening while I'm in high school. You know what I'm saying? So as far as that, my goal is to go back home, and I want justice for all of those men. I want that up in the museum. Just like they got that big old Sam Houston statue.
Mhm.
Girl, why does Sam Houston have that big old statue in Texas like that? Girl. I was gonna take my test to work in a prison, and I just knew it was an alien spaceship. I just knew it was. It was like 4 something in the morning, and I'm like, who is that? Like, if Sam Houston can have a statue that tall, God bless her. God bless her whole soul, because I worked in 2 male prisons. If Sam Houston can have a statue that tall, then why can't those men that were killed wrongfully have a statue. Get
Maybe,
recognition.
maybe that is where, maybe that's where your footprint will lead in the future to find
Oh yeah,
something that
there
has.
is some work to do, honey. It's some work to do. You understand? That's why these locks are gonna forever be pink. Cause y'all not gonna ever see my gray hairs. I'm not playing with y'all.
Have you ever thought about the significance of the fact that Virgo is the sign of the Virgin?
Right. I need like a non-sexual virgin definition. Cause I know that like that's what the Virgo sign is, and I'm still wondering to this day what makes the Virgo sign the virgin.
It's the sign of purity, purity of thought, purity of heart, purity of self. That's what Virgo strives for, is that purity,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that purity of light, purity of earth. Your earth sign, it's a purity of earth.
Oh yeah, it's a whole mixture of stuff in there, girl. And then
And
I'm on like
I felt your
Virgo
earthquake. I
Libra.
felt your earthquake when I met you. Like I knew, I'm like, she's got earthquake. That's earth, right? That's when the earth says we're going to throw down, that's what happens, right? You have an earthquake, and I feel that earthquake energy in you, but I also feel that incredible love and light that you have, and that force of will. More than
Yeah.
anything else, I feel your force of will, that you will not let anything detract you from where you are going and what you plan to be. And I know unequivocally that you will get there. And I'm so glad that I get to kind of walk beside you on that journey.
Oh, baby, we taking trips. That's all I got to know. Are you a traveling poet? Okay.
I'm a traveling poet.
Hello.
I am
Yes.
definitely a traveling poet.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I had to explain to a family member the other day. Do you understand what goes behind traveling as a poet? We ain't rich yet. Don't call me when I get there.
We get by with a little help from my friends, and somehow we manage to get what we need.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. Let me get something for you. No, we are not talking about that. Yeah, when you got so many journals and then you pull up that piece where you broke up with that guy and then you're like, we are not reading that today.
What are you talking about? That one piece of just about everything I have is about that.
Yeah,
It is
not
not that one, it's that 500.
okay. This one is a little more mental health based. I wonder sometimes, do I cross your mind? Do you think positive thoughts? Like how I love to encourage others so much. Like how I'll support you because I'm supposed to. Our ancestors shake their heads in disgust. Because look at us, judge, mental. What do you think? America has us in a simulation of the absolute worst. Everybody running a different race, but still want to be first. Do you wonder how the hell did I make it through my day? How many lives I desired to save, how many tears I've cried while providing care to those I bathe. Do you wonder how I make it through a day, fighting suicidal ideations because others think I'm playing a game? My mind is constantly saying, just kill yourself. They don't love you anyway. Drive the car off this bridge. They wouldn't care if you died today, the Myra ended now. Or do you just think I'm a walking basket case? Because my mental health seems like a mistake. I want to be in control, but my body doesn't want it that way. So now eggshells are under my feet with each sway. Because I can't express that I fight to live every day, but my mask says I'm okay. And if you ask, I'll say it doesn't matter anyway. I can tell you how I'm feeling all day, but when you're caught up in investigating and intimidating, my silence will be my friend. My poetry, my ride or die till the end. So I wonder if we'll ever accept the imperfections of one another. I wonder if we will ever for real come together. My mental health got issues, so many views. I can count on one hand who can relate and then deflate that we all in a fight too. I wonder if we will ever really learn to love one another. I wonder if you even considered me today, because I love you. And I'll always keep you in my consideration, even in the midst of my suicidal ideation. Peace.
Yeah. National Suicide Hotline number. I can't think of what it is. And I know you've looked it up before, Catalyst.
988. 988.
Yes.
Please dial that number if you are going through any suicidal thoughts, ideations. Yes, I deal with it. I get in a boxing ring with it. We gonna fight about this, and no, I'm not gonna take my life. So I do like to tell people, please do not call 911. I am perfectly fine. This is a new piece, so I am working on memorizing it because it is something that's once again needs to be talked about in our community. Because who else? I cannot be the only one on this earth that is all like, well, fuck it then. I might as well just kill myself. Like, I think people need to take into consideration when people say stuff like that. What are you doing to trigger me to make me feel like I don't want to live here anymore? I'm not just saying it for attention. I'm saying it because whatever you just said made me feel like it's no point in me doing what I'm doing. I might as well just be dead. So me writing this piece, I got good feedback from it. And then I got a text message from somebody who's feeling guilty because they haven't returned my phone call. Don't be feeling guilty. This is National Poetry Month, boo boo. I'm a mental health advocate. I'm going to talk about every single thing that bothers me. If it's bothering up here, I'm putting that pen to pad and you're going to hear about it. That's what it is with me. So I don't even know, like, I don't even know what happened. I think that was when I made a promise. I wrote that piece after I made a promise to myself to never let anybody put it in my mind that I need to kill myself. I should never, ever. And it's hard because I had to go back to childhood. I was a cutter. And so I was a cutter. And when I get those cycles, those bad cycles I didn't even know about, I would like damn near overdose on Tylenol PMs, not wanting to be here anymore. So when I got older, it's like my mind kept saying, just kill yourself, just kill yourself, just numb yourself, just kill yourself, just keep numbing yourself till you die. Like, it needs to be, that's something that needs to be understood as well. Like, it's misunderstood in a lot of ways, because the last time it happened, the people that showed up, I don't feel were genuine. So now it's like I said, on eggshells, I walk with each sway, because it's only certain people that I'll express that I'm having like suicidal ideations or, anything like that, because like, you never know who's gonna show up at your front door, and you don't know if that visitor is even welcome. Like the world is thrown off for real. So it's like I made that promise, and that peace came from me making that promise to myself. So it's like a promise to myself, like just me reading that, because imagine what you go through a day, and like how many people you come in contact with, and you don't even know if that person just had a knife. I've put a gun to my head. I've put a gun to my mouth. And that's all behind a bad marriage. So I can only imagine like what people go through in the marriages they're still in. Like you never know what people deal with. Like mental health is real with every relationship you have, whether it be with a child, a young adult, youth, or adult, period. Even the elderly, like mental health, it has so many different avenues. And just like I was taking care of those people in the medical field, a lot of those people were wishing to just be dead. A lot of them were literally wishing to be dead. So like just understanding my spirituality and what I'm starting to take in, I couldn't take that no more. It was burning me out. Like that's hurting me to see you hurt. That's too much. Too much, girl. That's too much. That's too much. But yes, that is my mental health piece. If you are not, I'm gonna do this now. I did not read nothing in the chat, y'all. My bad. I do, girl, and I expect people to keep it 100 with me. Do you understand? Okay, thank you. You on your job. You on your job. Never mind. I was.
Catalyst is the best. Catalyst is absolutely the boss best. She's amazing.
Look. I came in here, and it was me and her. I think at first, and I told her, I said one thing about me, baby. I want to be on time. So I said I'm gonna be here. I said I do not want you waiting on me. Like no, that's not like. No, we're not doing that. So I am so grateful for this, y'all. Like, what you got for me?
I want to tell you, I went to the farmer's market the other day and I wanted to buy some plants because it's spring and I always have to plant flowers and things. And there were these plants and they were called hairy balls. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but I got to have that because that's just the funniest thing I've ever seen. So I bought 2 hairy balls plants. I looked them up and they are actually a variety of the milkweed family of plants. And guess what milkweeds are for?
For butterflies. That's why I got
Milkweeds
excited.
are the favorite food of monarch butterflies. So I'm gonna
Yes,
plant some hairy balls in my yard so that the
hairy balls. That's all my
hairy
babies
balls,
needed, because I was all like, I want the butterflies to be all around the house.
hairy
I'm gonna go
balls,
look for some hairy balls.
hairy balls. Yes,
Girl,
ma'am.
I love that. I did not know that. So the hairy balls are what, now this conversation sounds funny. So that's what produces the milkweed.
Right. They're a variety of the milkweed family of plants, and they're a shrub, and they don't have a lot of they're leggy. You know what they're talking about? They're talking about a leggy shrub. They're a leggy
Mm-hmm.
shrub, and then they have these balls. You know, there are the balls, and they look like they do. If you look up, I'm serious, look up milkweed hairy balls. I'll be damned if they don't look. They do.
Lord, please don't let no pornography.
Somebody named them right. I'm telling you, they're funny.
Let me see.
I went to Google it, but I was kind of nervous. But I put a picture in the chat.
Look, I'm scared.
I'm trying to
Oh, it's
remember.
real. Okay. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm trying to remember the Latin name. It's like Gomphocarpus something. I can't remember the full Latin name, but yeah, hairy balls milkweed plant.
Okay.
And
It's real.
don't they look like it?
They do look like hairy balls, y'all. Look. Can
Oh,
you?
they
Oh,
do. I do.
That's
Thing
amazing.
on. You can't see it. Just go Google it. It's for real.
It
You're not gonna
is.
see nobody's hairy balls. I
They
promise.
are. So I'm gonna have hairy balls plants in my yard and lots of monarch butterflies.
I am going to look for them. Yes. I didn't know. See, I was looking, that's something that I didn't like. I was like, man, if I can just find some milkweed to plant
Mhm.
so I can.
Hey, heart of the artist, making the world a better place.
Girl, I will lay down and just let them butterflies fly around me. Do you understand?
I love it.
Wait till I get my own space, own yard, all of that. It's gonna be butterflies everywhere. They're gonna be like, that's Myra's house. Go on, turn right. This it.
I am literally planting a section, and it's going to be what I'm referring to as a butterfly garden, like a landscape. I'm going to have
Yeah.
a black knight butterfly bush. I don't know if you've seen those. They're absolutely beautiful. Then the two hairy balls, and then lavenders. Yes.
Mhm.
And I'm so
Yeah.
excited because it's going to be like the butterfly happiness.
Wow. I
There it
love
is.
that.
Gomphocarpus physocarpus, hairy balls. Yay.
Yeah, it's hairy balls, y'all. It's hairy balls, y'all. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get me some. Yeah, because I would love to just sit outside
And when
with the
we
butterfly.
finish the interview, Myra, I will go outside and I will photograph my hairy balls for you, and I will send you a picture of my.
You are killing me. You are killing me. All right. You ready for another one?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's see. I'm gonna say that and then say, let's see. The world. I already know what I was gonna do. Poets. What? I got an attitude and I'm always over analyzing. I have daddy issues. Please excuse me. I don't know what to look for in a man. One important thing that wasn't taught to me, I have daddy issues. Please excuse me. Now, standing as woman, witnessing my friends take pride in Father's Day celebrating, my heart feels a pain in knowing that'll never be me. As I watch their fathers love them as beautiful queens, it's an ongoing mourning I'm experiencing. I have daddy issues. Please, excuse me. What makes a man not care about the seed that he's planting? To put that seed facing the wall in the corner on her knees, making her feel more like a heavy burden more than anything. I have daddy issues. Please, excuse me. Now, no man understands me. It's hard for me to trust man. It seems like, it seems like they're always lying. Only lesson learned is, like he did my mother, no man will abuse me. I have daddy issues. Please excuse me. I was taught to take care of man, but was he taught to take care of me? I'm expected to be superwoman and mother nature, providing protection, love, and nurturing. Does my Superman not know I need the same thing? I swear, since birth, women are always always fighting. We're fighting for our rights. We're fighting for our voices to be heard. We've been touching places sacred and threatened not to say a word. We are walking trauma cases as we push through life as so. Just because I have daddy issues, that doesn't mean that it's not my growth. I am powerful as I embrace constant habits, saying I am a beautiful queen. It doesn't feel normal because it wasn't planted from the beginning. Being afraid of admiration of my beauty in the mirror is one thing I'm working on letting go. Please, excuse me. I have daddy issues. Daddy never taught me of my inner or outer beauty. It's not your fault. Peace. Whew.
Yes, ma'am. Preach it, daddy. Oh my God, the daddy issues. Yes. Woo.
Now
We
that I'm in therapy, I'm going to finish the book this year. Thank y'all.
yes.
Do not start writing about your traumas. Go to therapy first, because that I was like, wait, God, we got to come back to this. Huh? Yeah. So I already have an erotic book that's done. The goal is to release both of those books together
Okay.
because I want to I want people to understand all spectrums of me as an artist. I'm not just mental health advocate. I'm not just the endometriosis advocate. I do like erotic. That's erotic is fun for me. Okay. I love erotic.
Yep.
I act. I also sing. So I'm learning to get more just back into the swing of those things and learning to appreciate your bodies. Please, it doesn't matter what flaws you have, like freaking appreciate your bodies. Like, just to be here on earth another day is a blessing, and you did something today. You're here, so
Mhm.
I appreciate you being here. So you know, yeah, that is daddy issues. So y'all have to stay on my behind this year, because that is written on my list of goals in my planner for the year. I have to complete that book. I know it's a lot of women going through it. I am actually going to shoot a video to it as well. Um, so yeah, just it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of hats. Girl, them hats don't even have bags to fit in. It's a suitcase of hats.
But you're wearing them all
I
the
am.
best you
I
can
am.
every day. And I think you're doing it with a hell of a lot of grace. And I have such admiration and respect for you. I like you
Thank,
so much. And I have from the very beginning. In
thank you.
fact, I don't know if you remember, the day that I met you, it was New Year's Day when you guys did that whole New Year's weekend and all of y'all were like taking shifts and everything. And
Hmm.
I came into your live. I think you had literally just started it up. I don't know that anybody else was even on yet. And I didn't know you, you didn't know me. And I had written uh a letter to the universe for when she sends me a man, because I wrote that on this
Hmm.
morning.
I remember.
I had just written that, and you were like, "Oh my God, look at you!" And I was like,
Yeah,
"Ah."
baby.
And that was
You know what? I really, you giving me an idea. I need to just like get paid to be just everybody's cheerleader. Like, I need to just get my own little cheerleading outfit, like, and show up at the events. And I mean, if you want me to be your cheerleader, I will come with the pom poms, the horn, whatever. Yes, you have to pay me, duh. But you will get your money's worth. Now, do I know how to do a backflip? No, because my booty, I got a Louisiana booty. So that's what I said. Nah, but I can do some high kicks, I got you.
ah.
But don't be expecting me to be out here backflipping now. Nah. We're gonna act like we're gonna pretend, close your eyes. I just did a backflip. That was it right there. That was it. I just did it. Boom.
Myra, you are wonderful. You are just a delight, and I'm so so glad that you came on here. Was it
Thank
like
you.
you expected? Is it what you thought?
Yeah, it was, and I'm glad that I came in when I did. Catalyst, she just made me feel at home, and so I'm grateful just to even be considered. Because I'm just out here, okay? I'm just out here poeting, okay? I'm just out here spreading the news. I'm just out here, speaking my purpose. So that's what I want to encourage us all to continue to do. I know we have a lot of hard days. It's not easy, but know that I am director of membership for the Galaxy of Poets. I do care about your mental health. I care about everybody's mental health. And I know that we all can be in that happy place. I'm not God. I can't create the happy place, but it's somewhere. Right. I love it, Thomas. I love it.
I love the space that you're in, and I think it's so great. All of the folks that we've met across this journey so far this year, everyone has occupied a different space within the poetry community.
Right.
Everybody is filling the space that they want to fill for their own self,
Right.
to fill their own cup and then share, let that overflow and share with the others around them. And there's room for all of us. There's room for all of us to invent and create this space the way we are able to give the best of ourselves,
Right. Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. I
We
appreciate it.
turn it up. We find the channel that we can turn up the loudest and make the
Mhm.
biggest footprint and do the most good. And I love that. Love it.
I love it. Well, please let me know when you have your next one. I'll be there best way I can because you already know when this goes away.
So the reunion show, you need to plan on the reunion show. The reunion show is going to be the first Tuesday in July, and it's going to be everybody from the very first show in January all the way through the end of June. So
Okay.
26 weeks of poets.
Okay,
Everybody in the
cool.
same room together, all of that feminine energy. It's going to be off the chain,
Okay, well let's do it. I'm
off the
there.
chain.
I will be there.
I can't wait.
I love some good feminine energy, honey, because I love it. I'm gonna just stop right there. Gotta learn how you watch what you say.
Let's see.
Gotta lift you caught on. I was like, cause I love it.
So next Tuesday is DFT. I know you want to be in the room for that if you can work it in your schedule.
Yes, yes, yes. Lord, let me write that down. I gotta be a write downer.
Yep. And
Tuesday.
then
Oh, she's
then
amazing.
the week after that is Mama Betty.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
And then
You
Stacy
done pulled out all
Dyson,
the sun.
and then Stacy
Oh,
Dyson,
yeah.
and then the star.
And then just yes, just oh, okay, okay. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay.
I'm tempting. I'm tempting.
The weather be up there in July. You just all right. Like in my words, they better have their deodorant because it's titty sweat season once July hit.
We got
For real.
boobs and balls on the heart of the artist. Is where it's
Boobs
the way we
and
roll.
balls.
The way we roll.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you
I
so much for
appreciate
being
you. I
here.
appreciate this
I want to give
platform.
you the biggest hug.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. If you're ever looking for a collaboration, a host, a da 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 da, I pretty much do everything. I also graphic design. I actually did this.
Oh, yes. We got you
That is
now. We found you
that is
now.
my logo. Oh, let me go this way. That's actually my logo.
I
I love
recognize.
it.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, so somebody actually drew that logo up for me. I went ahead and created that. That's just my background for Zoom, but actually gonna be printing it on green shirts for mental health awareness. So
Ooh,
be on the lookout for that.
Love
Yeah, we gonna go ahead and get to work this year. We're gonna go ahead
yeah.
and do what we gotta do. And we will be a flash mob at the White House one of these days.
I
And
better
they're
be
not
I
gonna
ready.
think
like
we
it.
need a poet in every city to make sure that
Yeah.
we're getting accurate information. We'll create our
Mm-hmm.
own little news network, and it'll be poets, so it'll be
Yep.
amazingly described what's going on. Like,
Right.
Well,
Right.
and through your
Absolutely.
connections virtually, that flash mob can literally be across the freaking globe going on at the same time because we're all connected, through this virtual space.
Well, let me write that down. Girl. Let's see. Connect with coincidence. Y'all think I'm playing. I'm for real.
everything
I'm
we do is in
I'm
this
with you.
room.
Huh?
Everything we do is in this room. We do Tuesday show and then Fridays, starting Saturdays again, and Mondays.
In fact,
Okay.
Myra, we need to hook Myra up with Dre. Um, for Slam Jam.
Yeah, I put that in the chat for
And
sure.
have her as a guest coach for Slam Jam.
Yeah.
Okay, guest coach. Not guest coach.
Yeah, we all got hooked up today. This was a good day. I'm very
Yeah, most
happy.
definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank y'all so much for having me. I'm
Thank you.
finna get back under these blankets, turn this AC back on.
Well, I feel like we made you smile, and I'm glad because
Oh yeah.
you got a genuine smile on that pretty face now, and that's
Yeah,
what I want.
most definitely. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it for real. Just to be thought of is appreciated. Honey, if you would have walked up to me today, well, no, because I can't be taking food from anybody. But hell, if you give me a cookie and a balloon, I'm grateful for life. So that's just me. That's just me. Thank you all so much. Y'all have a
Thank
beautiful
you
night.
so
Love
We
much
will
for
be
who
talking
you are.
soon. Y'all take care of yourselves. All right.
We
You
love you.
too.
This has been the
Peace.
Heart of the Artist, everybody, with Myras Monarch. Follow her, check her out. She has amazing things going on. She is a fantastic person, as you have seen. We're so lucky to know her and love her, and you'll get to see her again on the reunion show in July. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and poetry always.
Yeah.